And do you feel, as a human race on the planet, do you feel positive in terms of the next few years? There's a lot of information out there basically saying that things are going to get very bad. How do you feel about that?
Well, Paul Hawken gave a talk recently at the University of Portland, Oregon, and he said, if I'm asked whether I'm a pessimist, I have to. If I'm asked if I'm an optimist, I have to look at what's around me and see the devastation that's going on in the earth, and it's very difficult to maintain that optimism. However, if I'm asked if I'm a pessimist, I then have to look at the extraordinary people either in their large projects or their small projects all across the earth who are actually working to help us move to the next stage of humanity. And I believe we're about to enter a new phase. I think that we're at the next great age. We've had the agricultural and the industrial age, and I believe we're at the age which Joanna Macy calls the great turning, where we have the potential to shift our consciousness. I believe we have the legend of Atlantis in our background to tell us that if we don't shift our consciousness, no matter how great and technological we become, we will perish as a race, and the earth will start, creating whatever it needs to create again to populate itself. But I believe we have the consciousness to shift away from being the parasites we are on planet Earth right now to being the stewards of planet Earth, where we actually have the opportunity to really live the rich and full life, our birthright that we were born to do. And that will come through service, and that will come through the understanding that to feed the small self, to feed the needs and the wants of the ego, is to ultimately have dissatisfaction. But to feed the whole and to become one with that which is around in humanity is ultimately to reach the potential to really live a life of great joy and passion.
I think that's true, and I think that the difficulty is for so many people, you've had the experience of the whole, that's something palpable, something tangible that you have as a reference point. And so many people, most people they may have had the experience, but they're not aware of having had the experience. And that's the difficulty there. The way they perceive reality is so much different from the way that you perceive it and I perceive it. And I think probably that's the greatest challenge, is how do we encourage, people they'll see things on a certain level, insofar as they see that, okay, we're running out of oil. They see that a lot of our resources they're finite. They're going to run out at some point. They'll see that having more and more material possessions after a time doesn't bring them that happiness that they think that they need or that they want. But unless you really have this experience to take you out of the human framework, if you like, just being a human being.
The universe is wanting us to awaken, and who knows what the tool of that awakening is, but as we awaken, I believe the potential is there to live a very different life. And I think that life wants us to awaken. That's the thing. At this point in time, where we're on the crunch point, where we're right at the point where we're either going to survive and become a new race, or we're going to carry on the way we were going, and we're going to destroy ourselves on this planet. We've got the choice right now. And I believe that life is supporting us in helping us find ways to make that choice.
Okay, Malcolm, we're going to have to finish now. I really appreciate you coming in, sharing your adventure and your wisdom. And good luck with the alternatives and the way it develops over the next few years. Thank you, everyone, for watching Conscious TV. Hope you've enjoyed the programme, and I also hope we see you again soon. Goodbye.